and Wigan St Cuthbert's. And if you want to know how to play the game, fellas, watch this. 40 minutes to go. It was sensational in the first half. What's going to happen in the next 40? First run from Palliasina, that's what.
Right, move.
Well, it was a bruising encounter, wasn't it, for the first 40 minutes? Are they going to roll the sleeves up yet again? And I think it's got to be yes.
OKR stretching the lead early in the second half against the Castleford Tigers. Here's Palliasina again. One of the statistics that went through the screen during the half-time break, Phil, I think I read it correctly. Warrington have made 152 tackles in that first half. They've only missed one. That's magnificent.
And even Wigan's defence as well. I think they've made over 120 and only missed 5. The defensive intensity from both sides, you just had a special feeling when you arrived at the ground here tonight. Both teams know, okay, it's a league match and it's worth 2 points, but the atmosphere created by the support has lifted it to a higher level. And I think the importance as well as significance. Wow, if you give Palliasina a 15-minute rest, he can do pretty impressive things. 2 big runs and a big hit to match.
And here now is Paul Wood for Warrington. Yes, it has the atmosphere this of a playoff match, doesn't it? And I suppose in many ways it might be a playoff for the playoffs, because both sides will want to register a win to kickstart their bid for the end of season top 8 jamboree.
Well, both sides know they can't mess around it. They've got to get those 2 points.
Not the best kick from Mathers, though. Straight to Pat Richards.
But getting back to that point you made, one missed tackle. Yeah. How long ago is it since we've seen a Warrington side that has had a defence as strong as that? Quite a long time.
And before Wigan supporters do get on the email, Phil mentioned that they've only missed about 4 or 5 as well. So it's been an outstanding quality that we've seen so far. But as we said in the first half, that's the Engage Super League these days.
Going to be interesting how the kick and chase turns out, and this looks a good one.
Mathers does well though, but he looks over his shoulder and sees Luluai, sees Tompkins and O'Loughlin, then gets it away to Chris Riley. And Riley gets as far as Martin Gleeson. That's good play from the winger and fullback, that.
Certainly is. Vital metres forward. But they're eager for it, aren't they? Hansen gets to them. And with the defence has been so strong, you've got to look through this second half at which team are going to be capable to risk their arm. Maybe a little chip over the top. Just notice there that Pat Richards is way deep down on the defensive line.
Oh, Wood goes without it. Knock on.
Sheer desperation. And you could see that he just had a quick look at Palliasina. The only problem is that he'd already received the football and then just lost control of it. And it's an error like that can just swing the game.
Heads in, Ben. Stay in, Sean. Said Ellie. Out.
Luluai feeds and receives. Here is Richards. Tackled there by John Clark, number 9 for Warrington, who of course began his career at Wigan. There's a lot of connections between both clubs here tonight. As I said, right at the top of the programme, about 7:30, it's an old boys reunion this. And Castleford are fighting back at Craven Park. What a competition we've got this year. This is Richards.
It's 40.
Richards.
4. Movement ball.
Rauhihi is told to get away by the referee, and he does. Luluai. Palliasina. That was a punishing run again. Knocked Clark back about a metre or so, and then John Clark came back for another effort at him. Last one off the big fella.
That's about the 5th time that Palliasina has run towards Mickey Hyam. That's a great kick. Great kick, yeah.
Great kick by Tompkins, but tidied up at the back.
And there wasn't one of his teammates that ran for that kick, was there? It was a great kick. It went against the flow of play and into an unpredictable area, but none of the blue jerseys were prepared to work hard off the ball to challenge for it.
Westwood, good tackle low down. That was by Paul Prescott. Hyam, Rauhihi, little fumble, gives it to Grix. Tackling is so swift, so safe and secure tonight from both sides. So far, Monaghan, Wood, another good hit. Last tackle, they're still inside their own half, look. Looping past to Breers, jinks inside Hock.
40, kick it clear.
Down the middle it goes.
All right,
But
play on.
straight to Richards.
Plenty of white shirts there, though. That is a good chase.
Move. Well done, go.
Led by Mickey Hyam.
Ainscough.
It's going to take something spectacular to get through either the defence. Maybe a sneaky run from dummy half, throw the dummy.
Movement, man.
Eddie, 6 of the 7 games we had in Super League last week all went into the last 5 minutes. In fact, some the last 5 seconds, with the game still hanging in the balance. I think that's what we want from games, isn't it? It comes down to the final minute. Your concentration and composure when under pressure.
Hock, good hands and finds Cameron Phelps. Last tackle here for Wigan. Luluwai put the hand up, wanted it, and floats the kick out wide. Oh, that's a mess! And it's picked up by Monaghan. The referee said it was a Wigan hand that got to that.
Very fortunate indeed, and there's a problem there, Michael Monaghan. Well, don't turn him, fellas. Leave him, leave him. Let the medical team get to it. You can see there it was definitely brushed over by Martin Gleeson, and then he just went down awkward. Hansen looks like the right knee's gone underneath him as well.
I think he banged his head on. I don't know whether he actually hit the head on the ball, Steve. I'm not sure. He certainly clattered his head anyway.
No, it's not the clock before I put the ball.
Well, they were very fortunate, Warrington, that they got the look of the bounce.
A bit of a bang on the top of the head, and then it
just hits. That is painful.
I let you have one the other week, so.
Concern on the faces of the Warrington fans. Not now that they've seen themselves on the screen, but...
You know, Steve, we're very lucky in rugby league because the level of dedication of the physios and the doctors, the courses that they continue to go on to upskill themselves, and the level of care they provide for players is really first class.
It has to be as well, Phil, because they are athletes these days. I mean, some of the collisions that we've seen tonight, outstanding. If you're not anywhere near 100% fit, you will pay the consequences.
What impresses people who watch other sports is the fact that Monaghan has had the tackle like that, has banged his head on the floor, looked unconscious. Now look at him. He's standing at the play the ball area, and he will play it to Mickey Hyam, and he's going to get on with the game. Big error. He has lost that. They'll knock on both ways.
Take the first knock on to put the scrum down.
Was it not knocked out of his hand? What's the Wigan hand here? Gleeson.
He just lost control of it.
Well, he's hoisted by his own petard, as John said earlier on. He tries to offload it every time, doesn't he?
He doesn't try and offload that. There's no way if he tried to offload it, it could squirt out and go forwards.
No, but it's very interesting, Phil, that, there's a break in play, and obviously Wigan maintained their concentration the best, came up with a very quick speed of line and forced that error, so that's all credit to them.
Well, this is an unusual move. We see Paliasini was at the loose forward, now he's gone to prop. He's got the right man there. Lachlan at loose forward.
This is Pat Richards.
Now then, can some side utilise the dummy runner? Can they get someone running back on the angle?
Andy Coley comes back on the angle. Riddell will go left. Hock. Gareth Hock. He's playing his 150th career appearance tonight.
Wait, Paul. Go.
Riddell. On the half volley, picked up by Sam Tompkins. Tried to duck under Rauhihi. Tried to almost crawl through the big Kiwi's legs there. This now is Luluwai. Luluwai back to Richards. Good hands, but well, Roberts did ever so well then to keep that ball in the field of play.
Very alert, and at least he's got him in a position that they can go for the kick. Surely over to the left-hand side.
Warrington almost clocked off then for a moment. Here is Tompkins. This now O'Loughlin. There's the kick down the line. And Breers, he's having none of that.
He left it very late indeed.
And Ainscough has clattered into the advertising hoardings. So too has Breers. Again, look, they just get up, they rub their heads, they get on with the game.
Beautiful kick by O'Loughlin.
He had to get rid of that, Breers, didn't he?
He had to put himself there. Under pressure from Sean Ainscough.
Quickly down to Bill.
Stay on.
Eddie Adrian Morley just about to come back into the fray for the Warrington Wolves, and there has been, you were suggesting in the first half that he might have got a knock. Well, in fact, he did get a bang on the thigh, and there was just a bit of concern that might tighten up, which was why you might not have seen it, because we was right at the end of the first half, but Morley was actually out as the players were leaving the pitch. Morley came out onto the sidelines and was charging up and down like a man possessed, just to keep things moving, and he's back out on the field now.
So is Fielden. Here he is. St Helens, you might have noticed, stretched their lead. Penalty here for Wigan.
I'd take the 2 now, especially with the defences on top.
And particularly with a kicker of Richards' quality. What's the sign from Brian Noble? Nothing. He's leaving it to the players, is he? Or has he sent?
I think he's sent it already.
Sent the
kicking tee on with Mark Flanagan. I think he's their 18th man here tonight.
Well, the tee's coming out. He looks pretty relaxed, doesn't he, Brian Noble? Just while we've got a stoppage in play, I'd like to send a cheerio to Nurse Sharon from the Sanderson ward at St Helens. She's looking after a mate of mine. Well done.
She's a big Steve-O fan, says that note in front of you. I didn't know you had any.
You can make things up. I don't know where you bring them from. Anyway, she's doing a good job with
Stand up,
mates.
all those who's a fan of Steve-O. Look around you, not one.
Sol Seater.
Richards, bang, straight between the uprights.
And could be an important 2 points as well. Still not out of the mire, of course.
Richards, he's so good with the boot, isn't he? He is just 11 points prior tonight for 900 for Wigan. He got 7 goals against Warrington in last year's home win. He's the 2008 Wigan Player of the Year, Pat Richards. Tompkins underneath the kick-off. Here comes Andy Coley. 8-4 Wigan then, 10 minutes into the second half.
And the pace, it's unrelenting, isn't it? And when you think about it, you've got to start wondering what's going to happen in the final quarter. You know, who's going to have what left in the tank? They have worked overtime, especially in defence. First and second markers. All right, there's been a lot of one-out football, mainly due to the fact that you can see Warrington moving up very, very quickly. But it's who is going to be more adventurous, who's going to come up with that bit of skill.
Well, for so long, last week at Hull, Warrington were behind, then they came up with the killer punch in the second half. Can they do the same again here? Mathers will run this ball back. He was hit by Lachlan, went to ground, Fielden finished him off. A lot of strangers to the game wonder why the players come in like that when players are grounded. The fact of the matter is he actually could have got up and ran on with that. That's why the tackle was not completed. Carvel, look at the tackles. Warrington, over 200. Wigan, nearly 150. They earned the money.
Well, they certainly have tonight, and they've given value for money as well. Crowd desperate to try to get a penalty.
This is the Andy Gatcliffe stand underneath us. Monaghan wants a penalty as well, but Ben Thaler unimpressed. Oh, hello. Greers was taken late then by Fielden. Not seen. Maybe Fielden, the judge, was committed to this.
Well, to be fair to the referee, Ben Thaler, he looked a little touch late. Don't think there's anything untoward. It's hard to say whether he committed or not. Touch judge said it was fine.
Salford hits the front against Bradford. This is Roberts.
Well,
Some games going on tonight. This is one of them.
And it's not Manila, and they're all thrillers, aren't they, when you think about it. This is good old UK, England.
Talking of that, tomorrow night when we see Celtic Crusaders and Celtic Crusaders and the Catalan Dragons, first time in Super League we have had 2 non-English teams. A real international European occasion that tomorrow. Remember in 1996 we said the European Super League is underway.
Well, it'll be lava bread and croissants tomorrow then.
Morley, you are an international traveller, you know, you impress me at every... You've got fans in hospital. Unbelievable. Here now goes Louis Anderson.
Boy, it's hotting up out there now.
Harlequins a little comeback. Here come Warrington with Westwood. Wide to Matt King. King with a dink over the top. That's it. Oh, I was going to say that's easy for Luluai.
It should have been.
He just dropped it.
I think he went for the wrong option there, Matt King. Maybe it would have been served better to dink that ball onto the ground. Richards is getting the ball away. It's all dangerous stuff here. Hand to the pumps. Westwood's in. The crowd are going crackers here. They're serving up this thriller and they are enjoying every minute of it.
Here goes McIlaurin again.
That could be a master move by Brian Noble. Bring back Mike McIlaurin.
Deep kick from Roberts. That's going to skip dead. He's just bought about 50 metres then. Amos Roberts with that kick.
And they'll line up on that 30. As Warrington, they have to trot all the way back behind their own 20. It's often done on purpose by many clubs in Super League. Directly gives you a chance to set up that one line of defence.
And we're used to seeing perhaps teams in this country, and you mentioned France and Wales, this competition, I should say, of Super League, perhaps having more attention and focus on their attack than the defence. But I can't recall a game when the two teams have put as much effort and interest and enthusiasm in their defence as these two have tonight for the last 54 minutes. It really is as though the sole focus is to be the best defensive side, and then we'll take what comes our way when possession turns.
Well, Warrington will have the penalty. Oh, and the coach, Tony Smith, leading the applause.
Wow, normally he's calm, cool and collected over officials. Either way, he'll be pleased. Both coaches will be frustrated over this, Eddie, because they know they can't break them through. I keep saying, who's going to be brave enough to come up with something different? Maybe even a dummy or a step.
Monaghan is collared by O'Loughlin. Hyam finds Carvel. Good tackling in defence from Wigan again. Hyam waits at dummy half. Another penalty. And Stuart Fielden complaining to the official, and complaining and frustrated is Stuart Fielden. Another set of 6 for Warrington. Breers pops it up. Westwood. Hyam is scheming at dummy half. He looks and finds Breers, who finds Monaghan, who finds Mathers, and this is Griggs. Steps inside. Riley! Riley for Warrington! Outstanding try from young Chris Riley. Fielden penalised under his own sticks, still shaking his head. That try needed scoring by Chris Riley. This is his 50th Warrington appearance. He's in a rich vein of form, this young man. 4 tries in the last 5 before tonight, including the Challenge Cup. And Riley has got Warrington level.
And fully deserved indeed. Quick hands after a good effort. Got them the penalty. This is the one Fielden messing around. He should have made an attempt. You've got to get away. He is not happy, Brian Noble, but he can surely see that Stuart Fielden made no attempt to get away from it, and it was quick hands. Beautiful work by Richie Mathers to come in on the angle on that second receiver. They utilised the dummy runner. Monaghan uses that well. Oh, wonderful stuff. Griggs says get open in the corner. Riley gets the try. Fielden's furious.
Not happy, Stuart Fielden. Chris Bridge, a couple of seconds ago, and the extras. First time tonight. Warrington are ahead. 10-8. Great try from that young man. And he is still shuddering at the referee.
wonderful quick hands. And I know he comes up with a few errors from time to time, as the youngster Chris Riley, but he does know the way to the line. That had to be scored, Eddie. That was no gift. There was no ribbon wrapped around that one, but good play by Warrington. And the way that Mathers came in on the angle from the full-back position created the chance.
10 points to 8. Warrington lead. They've nudged ahead for the first time. And when you consider what was going on 50 minutes ago, and Warrington simply couldn't get their hands on the ball, it's been a tremendous comeback. Oh, that's Foxtane's go.
It also shows, Eddie, how important penalties are in this game. 2 penalties consecutively there from Wigan, and Warrington took full advantage of it.
Here's Richards. 7-4 the penalty count. To be fair, Tony Smith can have no complaints about that penalty count. I tell you what, on nights like this is a great place to watch rugby league. Listen, this mob.
When they serve at rugby league like this, it is absolutely sensational. And not only that, let's not forget one man with a whistle. Ben Thaler has had a tremendous game. He's helped. He's let a lot of them go.
Well, Ben Thaler has had a great game. In our view, I think Stuart Fielden might have a different opinion, but hey, he's got to keep his cool, of course, hasn't he? Stuart, Warrington get another one.
Well, they're just starting to lose theirs. Cool, that is. All over him. There's no way in the world. Harrison Hansen, and the wide look on the face of Stuart Fielden. Wigan are losing the plot when they need to dig deep.
Monahan starts again for Warrington. Here is Louis Anderson.
Oh, they'll wind the big boys up. Where's Morley?
That was Hyam. This is Monahan. Here is Morley. Hyam again. Monahan. They come down this left side once more. Vinnie Anderson. Held up by Gleeson, by Hansen, by Tompkins. Salford turning the screw on Bradford. Warrington trying to do the same here against Wigan. Monahan still going. Hyam is waiting that dummy half. Misses out Carvello. Vinnie Anderson went without it. Here comes Tompkins. He loses it. Got to be play on.
Play
It is.
on.
Play on. Oh, the referee. It's got home feed to Warrington.
Well, the referee said play on, and then he changed his mind.
But he said first knock on. If he's first knock on, it's Wigan's head and ball. And it is.
Yeah.
Not sure about this.
Did he go backwards? It looked to me as though Sam Tompkins had to go past the player.
Here we go.
That's where the incident is. Tompkins is way past the incident.
So
Play on, knock on, play on. Or head and feed Warrington.
I'm with you, Eddie.
You've just praised Ben Thaler. Down to Bill.
Wait, go.
Wigan desperately trying to get Stuart Fielden off the field at the moment. Paul Prescott waiting on the sidelines to come on, and Fielden is really revved up, but he's not the only one. You know, at half-time, Eddie, I was talking to one or two old-school players who are sitting near me in the stand here, and they're really enjoying it, and they said this is an old-school game, and they're just really lapping it up here.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Hull KR 16-6 against Castleford. Harlequins fighting back at Knowsley Road. You might have seen 16-12. You can't pick it. You cannot pick the Super League this year. And Salford ahead of Bradford. Of course, Bradford lost to Celtic Crusaders last week.
Tremendous work from Gareth Hock there. Second phase was coming. They need something.
Well, Amos Roberts is calling for a kick out wide here. Will Luluai oblige? No, he'll go down the middle, looking for Richards. Breers collects. Richards bundles Breers over the dead goal line.
That's all they need. That's good play there by Wigan. And also tremendous work by Lee Breers, anticipating they'll get the line drop out.
And it's the fourth goal line dropout that Wigan have forced here tonight. Well, his contract's up at the end of this year. Lee Breers. Always questions in the press, where will he be? This time next year, still here at Warrington, or elsewhere?
Well, it depends if Warrington can find someone to replace him. And I must say, at times, you know, Lee Briers, he's a match winner. He can turn it. Remember the 2 kicks in the first half. One was turned down. King couldn't get to it, but then he got to it. Coley's going through, and he's lost the football.
He tried to offload that. Andy Coley. Here goes Morley. What a game this is.
Certainly is now, and Wigan got the composure.
It's another Friday night thriller on Sky Sports from the Engage Super League. You've got 17 minutes left, and then we'll be with the coaches and the full match analysis in Super League extra time. Michael McAloran cannot push the player. He tries to get to his feet.
Just silly play. I mentioned it, the fact that Wigan was starting to lose the plot, and Briers, he's been around long enough to know that any little push with the fingertip and he would go back as though he's been hit with a piece of 4x2.
Salford are 18-4 up against Bradford.
Do you know, he keeps tapping the ball in the wrong place here, Eddie. I don't want to... It's the second time he's done it in the last 10 minutes. There are rules in the game where you have to restart possession, and Monaghan keeps tapping it in the wrong place.
Carbell. Morley, grounded by Coley.
Warrington know they've got to get another score to be safe, and they know that.
I don't think even with another score they'd be safe, Steve-O, you know. Not tonight.
Well, the trouble is, Eddie, is that there's been very few opportunities in the second half, so you take your chances and there won't be many coming.
Here's Briers. Back it goes to Mathers, and Mathers looking for a try that would be manna from heaven for him, having moved from Wigan about a month ago. Briers, Monaghan through the gap! Brilliant try from Monaghan. Did he get it down? Did Michael Monaghan get this down? Did he down? It is a magnificent try.
I'm not so sure, Eddie. He was tiptoed through the tulips, but as he got it onto the... Yeah, that'll do. I thought for one moment there that Tompkins' knee might have just prevented it, but no. Monaghan has surely got this try. It was neat step. We said he would take something out of the top box, and boy, it's out of the draw. Never just mind the top box. Super stuff. Ben Thale has done the right thing because it's confusing. As Tompkins turned him on his back, I think he's got it now. This will be TRY, and if it is, listen to the crowd here.
Try for Michael Monaghan, who has had his critics since he has come to this country, but that was absolute quality. Sensational try from Michael Monaghan.
We said he would take something special, the sidestep or the dummy or the combination of both, and he put himself in a great position.
The speculation continues about this fellow and a possible return to the NRL. Oh boy, that was absolutely outstanding. And Bridge, who kicked one off the touchline, adds one from just in front, and suddenly there's daylight between Warrington and Wigan, and is the Halliwell Jones Stadium hoodoo striking Wigan again.
Full credit. They got themselves in a beautiful position through the dummy and then the step. It was enough, just couldn't get to him in time. Good position by the referee, but he did it right. He went up to Ian Smith, the video referee. That's all it takes. Absolutely superb stuff.
Well, you know, you're supposed to restart 10 metres in on a penalty. He went 15. In fact, in Australia, the restart one tap penalties 20 metres in. You can see he should be 10 metres in, and there's a line to indicate that. This is the second time he's done it. You know, in reality, the referee should pick that up.
Yes, you're right, Phil. In the strict sense of the rules, you're spot on. Oh, and in the strict sense of the rules, that is a dangerous throw.
Well, it was over the horizontal, wasn't it? But it does get back to the situation. Do we start getting pedantic yet again? I know. How many times do we say they don't play the ball correctly?
No, they don't.
And it is a problem. It's frustrating for players, the fans, you viewers.
Bradford not out of that yet. 10 to go. Wigan not out of this one either. The less than a quarter of an hour to go. 8 points. Warrington 16-8 ahead. All the match reports from all the games in Super League Extra Time via the red button are also available on the web. Gleeson.
First real chance, he's got past his number. And that's a good run deep.
Here's Tompkins.
Well, I think the effort from Gleeson there, Martin Gleeson, it's really picked this Wigan side up, because it's indicated to me wants more urgency and more intensity when they've got ball in hand.
Fantastic tackle again by Monaghan and Carvel.
That was a slam dunk of the highest. Bang! Monaghan take the legs, and when you've got Gareth Carvel to upend, bang! Straight in.
Well,
Right at the moment.
How do you get the same players to tackle like this, Eddie? They've made almost 240 tackles in this match and only missed 3. Really is a tremendous transformation of the mental approach to defending.
Get your head in when you lose forward. Get in.
Well, we said it would take a while for Tony Smith to get things organised here, and it did. But fair play to him. He has got them wired up. They had to come from behind last week. They've done it again. And listen to the crowd in it.
Well, if they had a regular winning team here, they would sell this stadium out week after week. 12 minutes to go. Carvel.
Okay.
Here goes John Clark. Gets a great pass away to Chris Bridge. Men both ways. Bridge still going. Still going. Not tackled. Now he is.
Did well to keep in, didn't he?
Last tackle here for Warrington. Breers. Crotchfield kick. Off the hands. Chances here. Briggs must score. And does. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. The ball just simply flicked back. But was the Wigan man tackled in the air?
Yeah, it was onside.
Was he onside? Out wide. All questions for Ian Smith to look at.
There looks to be a couple in front there, but they are not involved. They are way out.
Oh, and where was Riley? Did he take him out in the air?
Well, he certainly doesn't go for the football. He spins around. Is he trying to confuse the officials? He doesn't go for the ball. He spins round in front. And has he taken Roberts out?
Well, he's making no attempt to play the ball at all. No attempt whatsoever.
I'll go for no try. I'm with you on that one, Eddie.
Yeah, he's not going to contest the ball there, has he? So
He just gone, and as soon as he hits a man, yeah, this should be wiped off.
Is it the escape route that Wigan are looking for? They're not checking the grounding. I think this is going to be chalked off.
And it's the right decision if it is.
No try.
And the tension still mounts. The 8-point gap, though, is sufficient. Warrington, they're not rushing towards to get themselves set up on that 30-metre line.
The decision's not for anything that went on in the air, it's for offside. They decided that Riley was offside.
By the way, they've got the penalty.
Wait! Go!
I think he's got the right one.
Well, they've ruled that Ben Westwood was in front of the kicker and was within 10 metres of the collision.
Movement!
That's the official word. That's the video ref's word.
The main thing, they've got it right. I must say that this
That would have
Warrington,
settled it.
yeah, and this Warrington defence, they've done a very good job, haven't they, on Gareth Hawke? There's not much opportunity to make the breaks. Good pass.
Tompkins to Gleeson. Louis Anderson claws him down with help from Carvel and Morley.
Go!
O'Loughlin. 10 minutes remaining, 8 points the difference.
Well, Warrington don't have a reputation for winning games in the last 10 minutes, winning tight and close games. Is this the start of a new Warrington outfit?
Penalty to Warrington. Pulling the man off the ball by Sam Tompkins, who can't believe it.
Yeah, you could see him pulling Louis Anderson there. Well spotted by Ben Thaler. Now this will be surely 5 drives and a kick right into the corner by the man Lee Breers. You spoke about the fact that he may be moving on at the end of the season, Eddie, but there's speculation on that.
You said who would they replace him with? Here's a name for you, because apparently he's in the market. Jonathan Thurston. He likes Elton John, doesn't he? Simon Moran, he loves the big names. The owner of this club.
3.
You never know. Make a good combination, Elton John and Michael Monaghan. This is Vinnie Anderson.
4.
Take that as the three-quarter line. This is John Clark now. Michael Monaghan flicks the ball up to Louis Anderson. Penalty to Warrington. They're going to go for 2 here. Ball stolen by Sean O'Loughlin, says Ben Thaler, who is not endearing himself to Wigan with some of these decisions.
I think he's been badly done to. I don't think he got anywhere near the ball there. I think he went for the ball carrying arm, which is allowed. Well, that's surprising that they did not go for the 2.
Here comes Wood on the charge. Paul Wood. This is Clark. Now it's Monaghan. Monaghan to Breers. Breers!
3.
Held up. Just short of the line.
Wait.
Clark. Monaghan. Been everywhere tonight, this fella. And the best game I've seen in the Warrington colours from Michael Monaghan tonight.
Sure has.
Clark again. Back it comes to Vinnie Anderson. Here is Richard Mathers. That's knocked down by Amos Roberts. 6 to go. That'll be the 0 tackle. Lost the ball. Another penalty.
That was stolen after the tackle had been completed. Roberts certainly reefed that ball away. A little wink to his opposite number and said, well, I nearly got away with it.
Wigan are being hit by an avalanche here, not of Warrington attacks, but of penalties from the whistle of Ben Thaler.
It looks like it's their 8 minutes to defend the line here, Eddie. And 8 points behind. They must survive to keep the hopes alive.
That's Monaghan again. 7 minutes to go. 8 points the difference. John Clark. Hock did well. Breers.
Hang on, got him.
Monaghan.
Go with it.
Mathers. Well, he fancied the glory himself for a moment.
Just keep the pressure on. That's all Warrington have to do.
Monaghan again. Paul Wood. Cut down by those two.
Where's
Riddell
Breers? Where's
and
Breers?
Palestina. Here's Breers. There's the kick over the top. Too deep. Too deep. Wigan will want to get on with this. 20-metre restart, the 20-metre optional kick, but they'll tap it. O'Loughlin did well then. Got the ball away to Phelps.
Not surprisingly, Richard Mathers, the Warrington full-back, is not going deep. Anticipating, he knows that Wigan have to come up with something different, the chip over the top. He's still on that Bobby marker, he's not going back.
Incredible scoreline when you consider what happened in the opening 8 minutes when Warrington did not have the ball. Wigan led 6-0, could have been 12.
Okay,
could have been
That's
18.
a great kick. That's a great kick for Ainscough. Still Ainscough. King's after it as well. Matt King for the rescue.
Well, he's had his doubts over the many times he's played on this park, hasn't he, Matt King?
Well, they both have. Monaghan and King, they've both been under the spotlight since they got here, but they've been brilliant tonight.
Well, they've certainly put that effort in.
Hull KR march on. At this moment, they're top of the table. Depends what happens at St Helens. These two that we're watching, Warrington and Wigan, 9th and 10th. Saints are back on top, 22-12 against Harlequins. Salford and Bradford to come. And And then you'll have the complete set in 5 minutes when this one's done and dusted. Clark's kick deep. Good kick. Good kick. Richards collects behind his own line. Griggs gets to it.
How many years have we been saying it? When will this Warrington outfit stand up and really be counted and offer themselves to be a threat in Super League? And after tonight, I think you'd have to say that a few clubs will be looking over their shoulder. This has been a tremendous effort.
It's been outstanding, Steve.
Bradford, John. Pardon me, sorry about that. 18-10, back here.
Been outstanding, Steve. And there's an old adage, isn't there? Defence wins games. Well, there's no doubt about it. That first 8 minutes laid a marker down. And since then, this Warrington Wolves defence has been absolutely sensational.
Well done.
Bradford back-to-back defeats against the promoted sides. Celtic Crusaders last week, Salford this. Angela Powers will give us the story of that. Ron Studd, I understand, is over at Creighton Park, and we've even got Terry O'Connor out tonight. Terry O'Connor's watching what's happening at Saints.
Well, they've got the penalty. They've got to get on with it. Oh no, they've got the knock-on, should I say? Head and feet to Wigan.
Pull it that way.
Wigan came here tonight as underdogs, you know. Warrington were the favourites according to the bookies.
Wait there, guys, wait!
They've justified the tag
Heads in, fellas.
so far. Can Wigan, if they score from this scrum, there's a chance.
Okay.
Good kick through from McLaughlin. Riley's quick though. And Riley
Bobbled, didn't it?
was just bubbled, but the young man did really well then.
Go.
So often in the past, Chris Riley has
Two.
been the weakest link, but tonight he scored a fantastic try, and that was a neat bit of defence.
Well, this is something different, Eddie. I can't pick a bad player out on the Warrington side tonight. They have all done their job remarkably well.
I don't think Wigan have played badly either.
No,
actually.
it's been a tremendous game between two sides who have given everything.
40. He can clear.
But that little extra bit of skill has just got Warrington home.
2.5 minutes to go, 16-8.
Wait, go.
Gleeson has returned to Warrington and will probably go home beaten. Tompkins. Poor old Martin Gleeson, he's being booed by the crowd here tonight. I'm not 100% sure he actually asked to go to Wigan. Hock. Ainscough drops it, knock on. Game over, Warrington have won. And this awful record for Wigan on this ground goes on.
Pressure, just trying to keep it alive. They always come up with the error. They know they've been beaten by a very, very good side. He must be extremely pleased, Tony Smith.
They're not too happy, are they?
No.
Here you go, guys.
Neither's Brian Noble.
Wait there, wait. Head in.
We'll be talking to both the coaches in Super League Extra Time on the red button following this, providing their emotions aren't running too high. But it's been a sensational match, it really has. We had a great game in awful conditions last week at Castleford. Perfect conditions tonight for this. And, well, they've served us up a treat, Phil, haven't they?
Yeah, we've got to see now mentally and physically strong you have to be. Warrington under pressure to start the match. Managed to weather through that storm and then have grown probably in confidence and dominance, I think, over the remaining hour of the game.
Into the last minute. Breers is in no hurry. Here is Paul Wood. Wigan halt that run. Last tackle. They'll get one more use of the football, will the Wigan Warriors. Breers, nice kick, looking for Matt King. And Richards did well. He caught that in the in-goal area. So it's a restart on the 20-metre line. Here they come. Well, they've seen many false dawns here at Warrington over the years. But this is now 5 wins from 6 under Tony Smith. He had an awful start, of course, had to wait until the back end of March before he got the first win. That was against Hull Kingston Rovers on this ground. But I think you agree, he has fashioned a team here capable of doing something. Ball is still in play. Wood just wants to thump this out of the ground, which he does. He is delighted. They are delighted. Wigan failed to break that hoodoo here. Wolfie's dancing with all the fans. It has been an excellent Warrington display.
Yes, I'm not sure which team in Super League, if any, could have been the visiting side and beaten the Warrington Wolves if they were prepared to defend as well as they've done tonight. I mean, the only try that Wigan scored was through a kick close into the in-goal area. Magnificent defensive effort, great concentration, and again, a wonderful game of rugby league for Friday night.
Absolutely. And when you think, Phil, about the opening 8 minutes from Warrington, they didn't touch it for 8 minutes.
Well, if Tony Smith needs to change one thing at Warrington, it's about mental toughness. I've thought that now for a while. The culture of the club hasn't had the resilience needed to go on and win things. And I think we've seen evidence of some of that both last week and again tonight.
Let's go down and talk to some of the heroes, and Gareth Carvell first up with Bill.
He was looking enviously at the champagne. That's for somebody else. I'm sorry, Gareth, but you pushed him close. I mean, that was a tight... We're midway through the season, yeah, that was like a playoff game, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, a very tough game as it always is against Wigan. We've got a proud record of, you know, beating them here. We want to hold on to that, and we've successfully done it.
But you must have thought those first 8 minutes, when you couldn't get a hand on the ball, it really didn't look as though it was going to be your night.
Yeah, you know, we've come through the other side pretty well. You know, we've established quite a bit of mental toughness, you know, that I think we lacked earlier in the season, and you know, that showed just then. Yeah,
you touched on it there, mental toughness. That does seem to be a bit of a change in attitude here.
Yeah, Tony's just come and tweaked a few things. You know, we've got the personnel to be an absolutely awesome side, and you know, with a sort of a bit of a nudge in the right direction. You know, we're starting to come good. There's still a lot to work on, but you know, we're looking forward to that.
Thanks very much for talking to us.
Thanks very much.
Well, the man of the match was Michael Monaghan. There you go, Michael. There's the champagne. Gareth touched on it there, that there's just a bit of a different attitude, and to get you through a game like that, you needed it, didn't you?
Yeah, we do. Especially in the position we've got ourselves in with our slow start to the year. We really need to start making ground on teams, and you can see the attitudes there. And we've still a few little things to work on with the ball, but our defence is winning us games at the moment.
But a night like this, you see Wigan off, you continue to climb up the table. You must think you can still feature not only in the playoffs but in that grand final.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the evenness of the competition this year's probably kept us in a position where we can make a run at the 8. I think we've still got some things to work on, but momentum's key in rugby league, and at the moment we've got it.
You certainly have. You've got the champagne, you've got the man of the match award, you also got £100 to give to a charity that you can nominate. You got any thoughts on that one?
The Warrington Wolves Foundation do a great job here, so we'll give it to them.
Well done tonight, Michael.
Just say good day to my family back in Oz. My youngest sister was her birthday the other day, so happy birthday, love you.
Well, he's had his critics since he's been here, Michael Monaghan, but boy, Steve-O got it absolutely right tonight. A great try from him, one of 3 that Warrington scored, 16 points to 8, and Warrington joined Wigan level on points in the table. Their points difference means they can't actually go above them in the table. They still remain in 10th, but what a game. And we will wrap all the details up of tonight, of course, with the other matches that have been taking place in Super League Extra Time, which follows us here via the red button and available these days on the web. I hope the voice stands up, John, because that was a rip-roarer.
It was absolutely breathtaking, wasn't it? The players will be exhausted. I think we saw a step up in intensity in the defensive effort of both teams, and obviously that's what's going to happen in the second half of the season, and my word, it's going to be tough to get any points whatsoever for teams who come to this Halliwell Jones Stadium if they continue with that attitude.
Absolutely. I mean, the players, Steve-O, will be exhausted. Made the point in commentary. These supporters have seen false dawns in the past. They won't play Wigan every week, but when you think what they did last week to Hull, there are green shoots appearing, aren't there, in this team?
Oh, I think they're a lot more than green shoots. I think there's quite a few trees coming out of the ground here, because we said, didn't we, at the half-time break, how long is it since we've seen a Warrington side, 152 tackles,
one missed tackle. I mean, that's always been their problem. They've never had such problems in scoring tries, yeah, but they let the opposition far too many. They allowed them too much space. Look, they only had 3 opportunities, Warrington, in that second half, and they scored 2 tries. It was good quick hands that got them one, and the second one was Monaghan stepped through. It was going to take something exceptional, and it was, that won them the game. But they are going for the full 80 minutes, something they haven't done for a long, long time.
Yes, a fantastic effort from these players, and a fantastic effort also in defeat from Wigan. I mean, they played their full part in what was an outstanding match. And Warrington just going through their paces and warming down after what was a red-hot battle in the Engage Super League. Well, coming here next...